And Amanda. I'm the judge for the men's and women's campuses, and it is my honor to welcome everyone this evening to our tonight is always my favorite night of the month. There's just nothing that compares to the vibe in the ceremony, but it's also my favorite day of the year. It's the first day of summer, and it's the summer solstice. It's the longest day. It's about to be warm, sunny, yes. But it means we have the most light from morning till night. There's no better way to describe what I get from these as just absorbing all of the light I got. Listening to you guys celebrating the success is how I get through the other 360. So a huge thank you to everybody who's here tonight, whether you just took the detox, you're getting a silver chip, or you're here to support your family, your loved one, your employee. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. Before we get started, there's a few people we always like to thank. Participants who got the food ready, the room ready, and made sure everything was set up for tonight. So please give them a the second is our board of directors. That's used to dedicate their energy, time, and expertise to make sure those doors stay open. So if you're a former board of directors member or board of trustees, would you stand to be recognized? Yeah, these are our staff, who are scurrying around, not just behind the scenes, but in and around the, to get ready for tonight and then every day, all day. So please give it up for our staff. We got a lot of guys to recognize tonight, so without holding up any further, I'm gonna invite William up here to start it.
Good evening. My name is William Dickens. I'm the planning room coordinator. Chip number 133. My Friday date is 9/15/2000. By the grace of God. Normally I come up here, I get a little nervous. I'm not nervous tonight. I think it's because a couple of these guys in this program just went above and beyond. But once again, want to invite you to the 150th silver chip ceremony. And we got such a long way to go. I'm not gonna try to do a lot. I said, try. But I would like to invite you. Change makers, if you anything you give, cause these lights and everything, they're not free. So if you're an alumni, then volunteer and help give back to being a change maker, anything we highly appreciate. It costs $55 a night to stay here. So you know, when people start talking how much they love the HT, show about alumni, silver chippers, instead of just showing up when we got a ceremony with hot meal. Show up with that grade. And I invite you to be one because I David down. Now, David was kind of a quiet guy coming through the program. His peers only twice. I don't understand that kind of stuff. And never attitude and not following the guidelines. And some of the help he got from his peers was PTR2 by 7 a.m. for 2 days and a verbal roster check. And like I say, sometimes we got a thing we call guys fly kind of low. They fly the radar, but if the books and drugs and alcohol is a what? Yeah. So where's the problem? Our behavior. That's it. Be a real nice guy. He's sitting there looking real nice and real calm and cool. But please help me welcome Silver Chip alumni number 1066, Mr. David Thomas. Young Lord, I just want to thank God and thank the people that supported me throughout this. I appreciate it, y'all. But, tell them, y'all, it's a celebration. We so glad to see these guys and our sisters. Just a celebration of people in recovery. And we didn't get in recovery to be alive. We have fun in recovery. All right. So this next guy, and this the kind of stuff that feels good. This guy started way back in 2001, here through overnight. And he persevered, came back, I'm just so proud of him because he started this journey. You know what I said? 2001, he was coming here staying in overnight. And today he's up here getting his silver chip with him. Persevered. Some of the help he got with, he had a bad attitude, I'll tell you that. Poor job, performance, sign-in problems, broken commitment, take detox in consideration, failed to take detox again, think he was a bad attitude, all kinds of stuff. But remember, he's been around a long time. He got from his pit, whatnot. He had 4 broken commitments, 1 performance, 1 self-will, 1,000 words on focus while I'm here. Riley Hill, see, some of y'all don't know Riley Hill was this church used to come and pick us up way back, as to say, back in the day. 1,000 words on procrastination, 3-day weight room ban, and a 3-day phone ban. Because we wanted him to focus. So he finally, back and forth, he finally finished his journey today. So please help me welcome silver chipper number 1075, Mr. Patrick Turner.
I'll keep it short too.
Boy, Patrick.
Giving thanks to my God. I'd like to thank the staff for the healing transition, for helping me for a second chance. And I'd like to thank, he's no longer here though, but Rayford Williams.
Come on.
Best by the bless.
Let's just very quick. Rayford Williams and last week. Willie Ivan. Let's take 1 moment of silence for those 2 guys. Rayford and all right. You brought up Rayford. It'll be all right. Rayford, you know a lot. A lot of y'all didn't know Willie Ivan, but Willie Ivan, one of the old school guys back here in 2002 and 3 when I got here, and he was just Willie, but Willie died so. That's a really good thing. Willie died so. 9 years sober after having detox admission. See, that's one thing we learned. One thing about recovery, you get your feelings back. And I think they just lost a lady at the women's facility here not long ago. So we remember people. We love people. This is a family affair. It's not a Williams affair. This is not a distance affair. This is a family affair. And once you become part of this family, part of this family. So You're gonna try to get back on track. Help me, Bobby. Good time, y'all. Make a good time. The next guy we gonna recognize, get to the end and it go long. We gonna blame John Hubbard and Michael. They don't blame me. I'm gonna be back. Don't blame them. They ain't gonna blame me. I'm gonna be out the way. Next person we're gonna be recognizing the new alumni, Mr. Mark, the motorcycle man. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So one thing when I said we don't, and you can always, one thing of the healing place philosophy is as many takes and you can always work your way back. So Mark had a return to use by CGR1. He was addressed on his peers for poor job performance, not following. And please help me welcome Silver Chip alumni number 1076 on Party.
But I thank God I had a good friend. I stuck with it, and I appreciate everything that they've done for me here. Keep on keeping on.
I just need to just do like this when y'all come up. Rather than go down a lot of all right, the next recognize, and I guess I need to throw a little bit in there then, since if y'all ain't gonna talk, is Mr. Stephen Eisenstein. A long time, years, and I still haven't got it right yet. So if I call your name wrong, don't, I'll try. Eisenstein. All right. Mr. Stein had a little help from his peers while here. He verbal roster check, but no, he had, and I don't understand how you got this not following 2 times, inappropriate comment from you for crashing, doing nothing. Some of the help he received from his peers, the verbal roster, why fear is holding me hostage, meet and greet trudges, why manager has my back, will the real Steve please stand up and walking through fear look like? Now, this is a guy right here that I'm telling you, was very, but he could teach one of the best classes I ever heard. See, like he just got up when he taught class. So, you know, I told him before he came up here, when I give him a day, don't just take off and go to running man. Say something. So please help me welcome Chip alumni number 1078, Mr. Stephen.
I thought facilitating classes would help me with it, but I want to thank everybody, especially a lot of the staff. I miss our conversations on drummers and food.
Yeah.
All the staff. When I came here, I was broken. I've been trying this for decades. And you know, I made it through. You know, they say that the real test is out there, and I found that to be true. But I've also found that happened to me out there that I've had to drink up.
Right.
That comes from what I learned here. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank I went through with, whether you know it or not, you helped me in one fact. I want to thank my family, especially their support over 4 decades of practice. I did it. Thank you very much.
The next guy we're gonna be recognizing, I'm glad he moved out and got a job. I believe he would have took everything we had in that clothing box. He dressed real sharp tonight. Mr. Charles Duke. While here, Charles was addressed his for poor job performance 4 times. I got it right. Not bad. Studied with Stephen White on the community process and group. I don't know. I guess it was for petition. 500 words on why I should improve my. Set up the next 2 community and a daily planner. And normally, how many days these guys been here and how many meetings they went through, but I just broke everything for a short length of time. But I will tell you, at $55 a night, put them owe us some money. So please help me work the Chip alumni.
Thanks, sir. That's y'all. Oh, yes, sir. Wow, big crowd, big crowd. I like to thank God, man. That's what helped got me through. I like to thank my family for what I put them through. I'm telling you, man, it's kind of, it's touching, very touching. There y'all see my good together. I was gonna like to thank one lady that really helped guiding me. Relinsky Best. That's real, man. Part of my recovery too, man. The church, not the church thing about going to church and taking us to church, man. Like you said, a dead man walking. I did that last week. I thank you, Mr. Dickens. I like to thank Don Turner. Don Turner, where you at? Yeah, he did, okay, for where he facilitated. I couldn't grasp the way other talk, but with Don talk, I could get it, man. I got it. And then my sponsor, Brian M. I had 5 sponsors. I related with Brian. And thank you, Brian. And Mr. Stephen White. Well, yeah, Steve, yeah, cause I got denied the first time I stood up here. In my life, man. Steve stuck with me, man, studying. I thank you, bro, from my heart, man. I just like y'all. God first. I always put God first, man. Mad love to all of y'all. Thank you. Right.
Well, I don't know what they get all this practicing. I never heard these like that. And I think we're gonna get touch and do it. But the program participants, let's give a big shout out here quick to the families that put up with us. All have to do with what y'all. It's a good thing. We have family. All right, we're gonna be working with is Mr. Torius O'Neill. Come on. 90, what's that name? Biggest slip or small or somebody you say Notorious? Like Notorious, just Torious. What is that? Biggest small? I ain't gonna put it together right now, Bobby. Make a good time, so I won't be. If time get messed up, I won't be on John. No. Okay. The next is Mr. Torius O'Neill. But he completed what he started. Torius came through now and he left handling some family business or whatever the reason, but he did not. In front of his peers, sat down, we got some suggestions. I think Jason what was after him and came back and finished what he started. Please help me welcome Mr. Silverchip alumni number 1080, Mr. Torius O'Neill.
First off, rest in peace to Mr. Ray.
All right.
Ray got me here. He talked to me like my daddy should have a lot of time. I want to thank God, because I'm not supposed to be here today. Could have died on multiple occasions. Thank my family for being what that I had while I was here. 472 days. And now I'm here.
Come on.
Happy.
Right.
Thank y'all.
Next guy, the close to be coming up. Oh, I don't really know what to say, but I think he's gonna try to flip something back on me. So I'm out after this. So, but you better remember how we will remember. I want to know, 'cause I think he's trying to come at me with some old. But anyway, he got held accountable by his peers for a bad attitude, overstepping. Yeah, him. That's him. Not gathering. That's him. And I couldn't understand it, but he got to suggest peers a solemn roster check. IADIADIAGWIAG. What that mean, sir? If I always do what I always did, I'll always get what I always. Somebody gave you that 500 words in the CTR community. But anyway, please help me work Silver Chip alumni 1081. I'm definitely an alcoholic. I'm not. I like to think, Mr. Hubbard, you know, they seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, you know what I'm saying? Now that I came through this journey, you know, people like the great Bobby Bag, Charles, you know what I'm saying? Rodney, my man back there, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, but my daughter, my baby right here. With my grandkids, my daughter right back to Mr. Girl. That's up. No matter what, a lot of people know I did a long time in prison, 25 years on the yard. That's what was with me most of all the time. So she was a little big when I got out. That's a good stuff. No, and I got another person, Crystal B. She's a good friend, man. She taught me how to act. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know that, you know, and say one thing to people in here is how I did it. How? H, honesty. Open mind. And W, willing to learn. I would expect nothing less than stop. Good evening, folks. My name is John Hubbard. I am the pump supervisor here. Silver Chip number 967. I became a member of this family on August 10th, 2020. And it's I keep seeing the family grow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So first gentleman tonight, I actually got here back in 2018. Let's see here. He was one of those guys. I did 602 meetings while I was here. Almost 500 days. You can figure that out. $5 a day. Hint, hint. But he was a guy that had a lot of pride, a lot of self-will going on. But he somehow or another managed to fly under the radar until CTR2 and the planning room. I won't that he was addressed in the planning room because what goes on in the planning room stays in the planning. But in CTR2, he was instructed Was sponsored for 14 days in a row. I think we can figure out why that. And then also was asked to speak on the importance of a work. So that kind of gets us back to the fundamentals. And so without further ado, I mentioned that Stephen was a peer mentor and also one of our individuals that worked in, which helped get a lot of you guys in here. So does great work. Super proud of him. Mr. Stephen Watchup, number 1082.
Hey guys. I don't know what I got in trouble for, honestly, but first say thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, higher power, because I'll forget all that. I started talking. Who knows what's coming after that? This place saved my life. About it. I came in 2018. I did not want to be here. I did not get what I should have got out of it. Came back in at the beginning of 2023. Came in crying like a 5-year-old. I was dying and I had nowhere else. And they welcomed me back. Went through a major surgery before, went through another major surgery halfway through here. They did nothing but hold my hand, make sure I got what I needed through it, and supported me the whole way. All the guys that were with me supported me the whole way. I know a higher power is a part of my recovery, but to be honest with you, the fellowship's 10 times bigger than my recovery. I would have never made it where I'm at without these guys around me. You know, they just a person. I still work with a lot of the guys outside of here. We still hold each other accountable. We still have conversations, look at each other every day and make sure that if we see each other slipping, that we watch out for each other. And that's all I really got. I will say this though, that I want to thank Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Dickens, and Jason, all the staff. But these guys take a brunt of what we have to give as far as the shenanigans go. And I will say, working in the planning room and intake, there's a lot of times, ideally we would like we can, unfortunately that's not the reality of it. And unfortunately, addressing concerns is part of what we have to do, because like we said, attitudes and behaviors is something we're trying to fix. Mr. Dickens had a conversation, and just so y'all know, behind the scenes, the kind of man and the kind of men that is one of the conversations we had at the very beginning when I was asking him how to handle situations is you have compassion. So whether you see what they're doing or not, their struggle is to make it better for us. And unfortunately, sometimes, like I think Tori said, that sometimes they gotta talk to us and talk to us. And unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation. These guys have a lot of compassion. And since he's not here tonight to say it, in case somebody else doesn't say it, he always tell you that he loved you if nobody else has said it. And if you're in this room right now, be able to hear my never have to use a drink again.
Thank you to the family. All right, next up. Mr. Hicks, Kenneth Hicks. Lil Kenny. Let's see here. He's here almost 500 days. Y'all do the math. So he kind of quiet, kind of shy, and slowly but surely that personality started coming out. Now we can't keep it under wraps. While he was here, he was held accountable for job performance, not following guidelines. But he was a little under the radar. And towards the end, they got caught up with him. Some of the things that they had him do was posture check, which you go to your peers and you don't get to talk. You just have to listen, which is a powerful thing. Also, so he got a step up ban where he could not step up for anybody for a while. Real proud of Kenny. He worked in the kitchen here, and he is now
member of our staff and our emergency drop-in shelter. My name is Steve. Kenneth Hicks, silver tip number 83.
Well, there are a lot of here. First and foremost, I think, I got in my understanding. I gotta thank my sponsor, Frank, back there. The staff, Team No Sleep, drop it in. And I gotta thank all the people that I came in this program with, that I'm not here looking at you now. Without you, I really couldn't have done it. You know, a lot of you helped me out through this process, and you all mean a lot to me. The thing I could say to you, it is give yourself a break, because I do not want to see you come through those doors. I will see you stick and stay. Because that is heartbreaking. So give yourself a break, you can do it.
And welcome to the family, bro. Well, this next gentleman,
My main thing.
there's so much I could say about it. He is a testament to one of the things that we firmly believe in. We do not give up on you. We don't. It's however many times it takes. Now, Mr. Brooks. Okay. He has a total of 551. He has initially come to the program and retracked 5 times. He kept coming back.
Yes, sir.
He didn't give up
All right, my
when he
guy.
very easily could have. He very easily could have. He kept coming back and kept giving his all. And I am so proud of him. He was a peer mentor, by far one of the best class facilitators I've ever been around. He exudes compassion. If he can't teach it to you in the class, he'll get with you after class to go back over with you to make sure you get it. No, when he came back a couple of other times, he tried to do something different instead of the same thing, and started helping out in enterprise, going out and helping pick up things for the thrift store, and spending quality time out in the community helping people. He's an individual that gives and gives. While he was here, he was held accountable for not following guidelines, poor job performance. Some of the things we asked him to speak on and write on was, one, an apology to himself. One of the hardest things we do is forgive ourselves. He was instructed to ask for help 3 times, because another type of thing that's difficult is admitting that we need help. And then probably my favorite, God won't give me more than I can't handle with him. And that's an impactful writing. Shondale, love you, brother. Glad you didn't give up. I introduce silver chip number 1084, Shondale.
He saw the best in me.
I gotta thank God for this moment right here, man. I really do. I don't know what to say. When everyone else around me could only see the worst.
All right.
See, he's mine and I'm his. It doesn't matter what I did, cause he only sees me for who I am. I thank God for this program. I thank God for this staff that just told me to stick around and just keep going. Consistently and keep doing this. I thank God for my sponsor, how they got me through the steps to resident. And that's how I say about that, man. You guys get a chance to read the reflection today. It's not a coincidence that today, 10/20, the reflection saying it says, because I was full of fear. Full of fear. Full of fear.
There you go.
But thank you. If I could say anything to help anybody, man, just continue to love yourself some kind of way. Figure it out. Love yourself so you can start loving other people. We gotta love ourselves. We gotta love ourselves. We gotta love on ourselves. So we can begin to love other people. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dale. Welcome to the family, brother. Right, next up. Gentleman that came in, he was a little to himself, a little quiet. Mr. Kevin McCoy. He was here a little over a year. Total of almost 500 meetings. One of those guys that a people pleaser, like flying under the radar a little bit. But that's why, as we go through, we still continue to have communities that we hold each other accountable. So we got you in CTR too. Why exactly was your phone on during community in CTR too?
Same reason Mark Farnsworth.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So he was held accountable for not following guidelines, broken commitment. Also went through a yes ban, verbal roster check, and the writing that leapt out to me was to be aware is to be alive. I missed the conversations that we had out there by the garden. Always a good talk, and it helped me, and hopefully it helped you. So without any further ado, I introduce to you silver tip number 1085, Kevin McCoy. We'll get to that.
My name's Kevin, I'm an addict. I just want to say that most of all, I appreciate Mr. Dickens, because he was such a great example of what it means to be compassionate. Brian, my sponsor, for bringing me through the steps. Paul Keelan, who's not here tonight, but he facilitates the Dharma classes, without which I don't know if I would have been able to successfully do what with Brian. There's just a lot that this program taught me. Being in the planning room was probably one of the most satisfying experiences that I could have experienced here at all. It taught me to be compassionate. I just appreciate all of my friends that I met here, the guys in the kitchen, Robert Figley, Conrad, Eric Pilar, rest in peace. Lim, I don't know if Lim made it tonight. Lim was the chef when I was in the kitchen, and he got me through some tough times. The people at Trillium, because without Trillium, I wouldn't have been able to even come here because I'm not a resident of Wake County. Jamie for getting me in here with Trillium. My parents for sticking with me over the years. My sister. Right. Because without her, I wouldn't be. And I recognize you. Good job.
Welcome to the family, Kevin. Right. Next up is Mr. Sam Mann. I can't, one thing I'd say about Sam is if we've done anything wrong tonight, he will let us know. Very true. Sam got here back in July of last year and just plugged along and got through the program in 11 months. And I feel pretty confident he didn't miss anything because he seemed to already know everything. And he worked in the kitchen for a while, also was a peer mentor, where he was held accountable. I know some of the things that we asked him to do was a silent roster check, or as I like to call it, to stand there and just take it. Because your community will be very honest and straightforward with you, and you can't say anything. And then a really good one was to write on 10 forms of fear. When we walk through the doors here, we like to act all big and bad, but we are terrified because we're broken. We've lost everything. We don't know what's next. We don't even know if there is a next. And that's a powerful writing to learn, because one of the things our program teaches you is to face that fear, embrace some of those fears. They're important. It lets you know yourself. While Sam was in the planning room, he literally, I think, worked almost every single position coming through at some point in there, and then instructed us on how to improve each other. But I'm very proud of him. He always stayed focused on his recovery, and did not let anything get in the way of it. And Sam, we're very proud of you. I introduced to you Silver Chipper 1086.
I'm an ex-Sam and I'm an alcoholic. I mean, a lot of everything is said is pretty true. But I just a lot, not everything. I'd like to thank, like, not just this place and the people that run it, but like my parents for being there before me. Even though I couldn't be there for myself. I really want to thank Mr. Dick and Mr. Hubbard and Jason, because the amount of questions I've asked you guys is probably just, I'm so sorry for that. That's just how it is. But also want to thank Byron, who even before he started working here, I remember my first week in the shelter. He's a friend of mine from back in the day, and he wrote me a letter, and I got it in a real tough time when I was here, and it's a very important thing to me. It's one of the few things I still like to keep with me. This program's great. It's not easy. I mean, but it's not that hard. That's the best thing I can tell you. And trust me, if I can do it, like, really anyone can. Because I really don't. I never completed anything except for this. So that's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Welcome to the family, Bob. All right, the next gentleman, Mr. Tyree Johnson. Now, Tyree originally got here in August of 2019. I don't know if you put the picture up of him yet. He presented himself as somebody you didn't really want to know. And he had kind of a tough attitude and was a little reluctant to take part initially, and unfortunately was REC, but he did not give up. That's right. And he came back and went through CTR 2 times, left, and then returned again, and this time completed in his silver chipping.
That's right.
Spent time in the planning room, which he initially was reluctant to do. And we basically told him that you're gonna do well in the planning room, and he did exactly like we thought he was gonna be. He was great. He reached a lot of people that a lot of others can't reach. During that time, he was held accountable for not tour ready, which is, this is our house. We want it to stay neat. We want it to stay clean. We want it to be sharp. Well, he wasn't quite ready to clean his room up, so to speak. And so we held him accountable, not following guidelines. He liked to manipulate a little bit and have a triangulation, trying to play dad off of mom. And I think probably the most humbling help he got during that time was he was made laundry monitor. To have to sit and watch the Met ones wash all their laundry. And so it kept him humble. During that time, there was a dramatic change. And you could see it physically with him in that he softened. He became more compassionate. He became more helpful to his fellows. And is, to me, one of the best peer mentors we've had. He exemplifies the term peer mentor in that you would constantly see him talking to guys that were newer in the program and leading them and giving them guidance. And so Tyree is very proud of him, man. I present to you Tyree Johnson, silver chip number 1080.
My name's Tyree, I'm alcoholic. Hey, Tyree. Oh, man. Let me turn you. Mr. Goodness. Hope we had some time. But I'm here. You're here. I want to thank my higher power, family. Shout out to my mama. Page T.
Yes, sir.
Bobby Bird.
Come on with it.
Boy. I want to thank all y'all, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
All right. Last guy for the evening. I hope y'all packed a lunch.
Well, hold up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah, it's Philip. Michael Wynana. Now, Michael was here for about a year and a half. Went through the program, found a way to manipulate and explain and try to talk his way out of everything. So during that time, he's held accountable for dishonesty, not following guidelines, manipulation. One of my favorite, the Yes Band, of course, the favorite help he got was 1-word answers for a week. I don't know if he was able to complete that or not. I'll be honest with you. He grew so much while he was here. Got to know him. He opened up. He was pretty to himself, and he's blossomed since he's been here. Very proud of him. An outstanding peer mentor. Out there literally talking to the Met 1s, the Met 2s every single day, telling them that you can do it. And supporting them and lifting them up. So I give you silver chip number 1088, Michael Wynane.
All right. Thank you, Steve. I'll try to keep this up. You know? Yeah, you know, standing up here for me is really an incredible moment, you know, because some people call this place Healing Transition, but I look at this like the Good Samaritans. When I came here, I was broken, and these people took me in. Everybody else on that road had left me, but HT, you know, the last house of the block, they took me in. You know, you can't trade that off, you know. And when I got here, I thought my problem was alcohol. I really thought I had a drinking problem. But I came to find out I had serious internal issues. I was sick. I had issues going on in me. I had issues going on in my head. I needed a whole change. And during that 1.5 years that I was here, that's actually what I worked on. And the steps we talk about in the 12 step of psychic change and a spiritual awakening, you know, for those who are in this program, that in itself is the miracle. When you really change all those things that really were holding you down and were gripping you and really made you turn to that sick nature and live in that twisted life I was living or we're living, you know, there's no price you can put to it. You know, until you finish this program, you know, you can put a price on how much you do, how much you're spending, how many days you're going. But you know, for those who have done recovery, for those who have had the miracle, you can't put a price to it. Especially when you come from a hopeless state of mind and condition. You know, I know where I was when I walked in through that door. I knew what was going. When I see myself now and think of the person I was before, I have to thank that this is where I got a chance to work on myself, you know. And it was a long road. It was an expensive journey. But in this program, you know, there's no price to it. The only way you do is give back. God is freely give it to you, you know. So for those who are coming through this process, I mean, keep on going until the miracle happens. Keep on going until the miracle happens. Because when this is all over, it's worth it. It is worth it. You know, that change is worth it. It's a whole new life. It's a whole new experience. It's a whole new person. This program works. Here, the Good Samaritans, they really facilitated this whole process. I do not know. Nobody else would have given me this time and space to work on this and facilitated such a great program like the AA, where we can actually work through a step process, you know, because other programs do not have that process. Now let me stop talking. Thank you very much.
He will get ready.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, my name is Jason Sexton. I'm the transition case manager here at the Men's. I'm also filming tip number 544. And so I work with the men that are in CCR2. These guys have completed the educational portion and are now either doing a commitment to give back, looking for work, or working and saving money for housing. What we want to do tonight is recognize those gentlemen that have made it to CCR2 since the last ceremony. They're going to come up one by one. They're going to get a copy of their detox picture. And we also have a tradition here. The premise behind it is while we were out there running the streets, we lost a lot of our marbles. So they're going to come up and they're going to get one of the marbles. Okay. First up, Tyler Peterson. Richard Hagen. Eddie Wilkins. Burhan Karilov. Montrose Christie. Go ahead. Josh Oakley.
I think I'm never happy about it.
John McNeil.
Remember that guy.
Andrew Bishop. Casey Price. Justin Hicks. Robert Treadwell. Ronald Nixon. Jeffrey Shabbat. So before I sit down, I do want to recognize one more person. She doesn't know I'm doing this and she'll probably get mad at me for it. Other than my wife, this person is probably my closest friend here. Yesterday, she celebrated 15 years. She represents recovery, if you know her, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She lives a life of service. I love her dearly.
Yeah,
Terry, come up here.
you can. No.
This is very overwhelming, it's surprising. Stick and stay in this process. Do what's suggested. Get a sponsor, get a home group, let some people get to know you. I'm telling you, I tried this thing so many different kinds of ways. They were always my way. I was not willing to listen to other people who have been doing the deal, right? And I did that, and my life has been recreated. I went from being homeless, walking the streets, not taking showers for days, eating out of trash cans, being completely lost, right? My life has been recreated. It's been recreated. Thank you.
The caboose has arrived. I'm Deborah Foshi. I'm the Director of Operations. Good evening, HT family. It's great to see you all. You gotta see me. Oh my God. I'm here to celebrate a milestone for one of our employees, who also happens to be silver chipper number 328. I would say that she works in the accounting department, but she frankly is the accounting department. She's a woman with a remarkable recovery history, but one of the most impressive things about her is her undying love for all the participants in this program. Yeah. Would you please join me in thanking Joy Rabine for 1 year service? Oh. Because we're over time, but I just want to express my sincere gratitude to this organization that not only saved my life, but that offered me a job, took a chance on me, and gave me a home. It is reasons like tonight and you guys that made me come to work every single day. So thank you so very much.
Good evening, I'm Justin Garrity, Director of Recovery Services here at the men's campus. More importantly, silver chipper number 676. Well done, gentlemen. Big deal. It's very important you never lose that number. Big deal. Congratulations. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you, friends and family. Like William was saying, we put our family through a lot, so we all really appreciate to see family members here. What we do now is we essentially call up all the silver chippers that have silver chipped in the different years. Come on. So if anyone has silver chipped between 2001 and 2005, make your way up. Y'all know how to do it? (2006 to 2010). Good. 2011 to 2015.
2016 to 2020. Twenty 2021. Twenty 2024.